What's going on, y'all? Back with another video. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. I'm in a car with it for this video. And, the question I would like to ask you guys is, what is masculinity in 2025? What does masculinity mean to you in 2025? This goes back to the manosphere stuff, man. Like, not enough people are speaking out about this. And I just feel like I should speak out about it. But what I'm getting to is that I believe in tough love, But when I see these manosphere quotes, these motivational speakers, these self-improvement gurus, these guys on YouTube that are trying to talk about masculinity and, hustle culture type deal, is, there's a lot of toughness, but where's the love at? Where is the love? And that's what we need, man. We need a little bit more compassion and kindness and building up our brothers. Because a lot of these self-improvement gurus, a lot of these masculinity advisors, a lot of these guys are just they're wearing a mask, and they're trying to portray this image or promote this idea that we got to be stoic, strong, and masculine. And to certain people, they may work for, and in a lot of areas this may help, but in reality, these guys know nothing about masculinity. The modern man, we're chasing the unknown. A lot of these guys, don't let these guys fool you. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what masculinity is. Nobody does. No man from the ages of, I'm going to say from 50 and younger of today. If you're from the ages 50 and younger, well, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say 45 and younger. If you're from the ages of 45 and younger, you don't know what masculinity is. Your father was probably masculine. He probably knew what it is. But if you're from the ages of 45 and under, you know nothing about masculinity. You don't know what masculinity is. It's a lost art. We are searching and chasing something we don't know about. We lost it. Now, I'm not saying you can't be masculine and you don't have masculinity, but we need to update and revitalize and how can I say it? Transcend this masculinity, because we're still operating off the old systems of masculinity. It needs to be updated. So that comes to the question now is, what does masculinity mean to you? See, the ancient people, the ancients, and the peoples in the peoples in the 1800s, the peoples in the early 1900s, they knew what masculinity was. And it's built in us. It's primal in the modern man, but it's just something lost. Like I said, the guys from the from ancients to all the way by the 18th, early 1900s, they knew what masculinity was. The families from World War I, the families from World War II, who endured it, who experienced it, and the families of it, they knew what the mission was in masculinity. But like I said, it's been lost, man. It's a lost art. And another thing too I want to say is that everybody has their own version of masculinity. You have to express your masculinity your way. You know, like for example, men were not supposed to show emotions. We're supposed to be stoic, tough. You know, we're not supposed to be vulnerable. You know, it's strength in vulnerability. It takes courage to be vulnerable. Now, I do agree to a certain extent, you know, a man shouldn't express his emotions. But I do believe is a certain way that a man's supposed to express their emotions. You know, feel your emotions. Don't run for them. Don't hide for them. You know, if you're shy, if you have anxiety, the first step is to stop hiding it. Don't hide it. Feel it out. The only way forward is through. If you're insecure, don't fight it. Stop hiding and running away from it. Embrace it. Express it. Like I said, it's a certain I do believe it's a way to do things, and you should do it in a certain kind of way. And for the most part, as a man, especially a young man, you know, most of your emotions, especially when it comes to crying, you know, you should do it in private. But if you're around people who are like-minded and you trust, be vulnerable. Express, don't show, don't talk, express your emotions. You know, communicate, of course, not talk, sorry, but like express yourself, express your emotions, express how you feel, say how you feel, speak your mind. Think before you speak, but don't overthink. Don't think too much. Go with the first or the second thing. If you don't want to go to the first or the second thing, just stay silent. But this suppression and making yourself small and you know, like sucking up your emotions, man, that's the old way. That's the old systems. You know, during those times, they had something to be stoic about. You know, we're the men of the times now. We're the new masculinity. We the men now. So it's up to us to show the world and express our own version of masculinity. Yeah, it may be weird. It may be totally different from the old way. People may judge, but who cares, man? Why don't you own yourself? The way to get you know, a lot of us struggle with confidence. You know, the way to become instantly confident is to own yourself right now. Own who you are right now. It's okay to be who you are right now. You don't need to worry about being anyone else or anything else. Stop identifying with your emotions and putting labels on yourself and your emotions. Just own yourself. My name is such and such. This is who I am. Life will teach you how to be stoic. Life will toughen you up. As long as you try and do something with your life, you know, life will naturally make you stoic and toughen you up. You're going to go through things and have experiences. You know, as long as you're not this guy who sits in your basement and play video games, you know, go touch some grass, go out to the world. It don't matter. That's why I said, you know, there should be a time. I do. That's why I said that. Like. Even though self-improvement is a fool's game, this masculinity manosphere stuff, pickup artistry, hookup culture, all this stuff is a game. Is a fool's game. I take that back. All this is a fool's game. And if you play this fool's game, you fell for it. It's a trap. You know, that's why I believe, though, for at least 6 to 8 months, maybe a year, you should experience and do some self-improvement. you know, just for the sake of it. Try it out. You know, it may be for you. A lot of this content, you know, they got their audiences. This may be for them. But for a lot of us, it's not really helping us. It's keeping us stagnant. But after that year or 6 to 8 months or however long you do it, don't make this your whole personality or identity. Move on to something else. That's why I do believe that you should uh, um be an idiot or be a degenerate for 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. Do degenerate shit for 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. I do believe in some moral degeneracy. But the only reason why is because I believe balance is key. Balance is key. You should have some balance in your life. Balance for having priorities and being responsible, and enjoy yourself and being in a degenerate. You know, nobody, no matter where you are in life, should just be all work and no play. Nah. Now, there's going to be times where it's going to be all work and no play. There's going to be times, and, you know, honestly, there should be times where there's no work and all play. But most of your life, it should be a balance in the middle. Like I said, there's going to be fluctuating, and it should be like that. That's how you know if you're truly living, you know. Long as you're doing something you enjoy and that you have dreams of and passion about, go for it, man. And I think that's what we're missing in masculinity, is compassion for one another. Enough is enough, dude. Enough is enough. You will learn more in a book than you will any self-improvement or manosphere guru on YouTube. And even with that, bro, a book is not going to help you. It's okay to, like I said, learn new perspectives and gain some insight, whether it's from a book, a YouTube video, or an older person. But everything you need is within you. I keep saying this because it's true. Everything you need to improve and get better, get stronger, get tougher, whatever it is you want to do, is within you. You know what I'm saying? So, moral of the story is, what is masculinity in 2025? I think that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap this up right here. Sorry for the camera quality. I've been recording my videos on an Android phone. Like I said, I apologize for it. But I hope this video was helpful. You know, develop your own version of masculinity and always be yourself, man. You know, be yourself and know yourself. So when you meet other people, they can find you.